season. 4-2 on aggregate. It's always been a difficult place for Sundowns to come as DR Congo. Only 2 wins in their previous visits. They beat AS Vita in 2017 and Mazembe in 2021. Most recent wins away to Congolese opposition. Allende. Out of possession, they get men behind the ball to Maniema, and they've given away the free kick, the foul on Lunga. In fact, generally, South African clubs have struggled in the Congo. In 25 times that the PSL teams have visited the Congo, only 5 wins.
That's a real struggle.
That's a real slog. That's a win percentage of 20% win percentage in the DR Congo. So it's not an easy place to come.
I guess also the difficulties of adjusting, because then it's the weather, it's the physical play, it's the pitch conditions as well, and you have so little time to be able to adjust and still try and find ways to play your normal game. And at times in Champions League, it's very, very difficult to play your normal game. You have to play differently. You need to adjust to what the game is saying. Because at times we tend to enforce our own style of play, enforce the way we know how to play, and that time the pitch doesn't allow, the game doesn't allow to. So we need a Mamelodi Sundowns team to learn how to win, even in ugly conditions, and play bad, but still be able to grind results.
And they certainly are going to have to grind something here. Tough conditions that you speak of here. The artificial surface, the searing heat here, 30 degrees Celsius, but 65% humidity. It is suffocating. And it's like almost playing with a blanket over your head. It is very difficult conditions. So far, obviously, the home side adapting best to them at... Mukwena caught in possession, but it was illegally so. Referee calls the foul. There's further options on the bench in terms of attacking options or players that are capable of unlocking defenses. You've got a Mamelodi there. Erwin Saavedra is also amongst the subs for Mamelodi Sundowns for attacking players. As we approach the hour mark here.
And also Peter Shalulile there.
Yes, of course.
That can help in terms of maybe pressuring up there and making, forcing some sort of mistakes and stretching that defensive line. And maybe that might create enough space for Reyners, might even create enough space for Ribeiro as well. But that means if Peter didn't have to come into the pitch, then you have to sacrifice one of the midfielders and play a little more different, maybe with a 2 and a 1, maybe the 1 up, maybe playing as a 10 might be Ribeiro, and then with 2 midfielders, then you're allowed to be to play 3 up front.
Peter Shalulile, who in fact has scored against Maniema in the past. And when they met in those preliminary rounds that I mentioned, where Sundowns won the fixture 4-2, he won in a 2-0 victory at home, with Lyle Lakay getting the other goal. Mwanda, one of 3 goal scorers for Maniema in Group B here. The 3rd goal was the one that they got, that one scored here this evening or this afternoon. Here he is, the man we've been talking about, Peter Shalulile. 2 seasons ago, he was the top scorer, joint top scorer in this Total Energies CAF Champions League with 6 goals. That was when he was at his prolific best. Well, they're managing the game very well, Maniema thus far. It's going to be a yellow card here. It was a late challenge. And Maniema player, I'm just not sure, is it Bakasu or...
Is it Basiala?
Basiala, I thought it was. Yes, indeed, it is Basiala. I think it will go into the book as referee Mr. Issa C produces a yellow. Only the second time in the game. Joins Marcelo Allende in the book. That's Age Basiala. Look at that, he was late.
Yeah, he was late, and it's the second time that he was late. And you know, you can tell that in the second half, the strategy is to make sure that Mokoena doesn't get enough room and time to be able to play, because he has fouled Mokoena conservatively, and maybe that's why it results into that booking.
Ball over the top here, finds Morena. Beautiful touch to control. I wonder whether he had could have taken another touch before firing a shot in.
I think looking at it from this angle, I think he had another touch, but I think because of this first touch, they didn't set him up to be able to open his body. So then he's forced now to toe poke, now to take that shot a little bit quicker. But that first touch, if he controlled that first touch a little bit better, then it sets him up to be able to look at the goalpost, you know, and choose whatever angle that he want to go to.
Kitambala in your picture. This is the chance again.
Yeah, that's the first touch. You know, the first touch now, it's between him and Simete, so it doesn't allow him to actually, you know, puts himself in a position where he can actually be able to score. But for the fact that he improvised and forced the save of Efonge, that's positive for Mamelodi Sundowns.
Credited the defender there as well. Taboria Simete for getting close enough and making sure that Morena didn't have space to take a shot in. And so we hit the hour mark. The home side is Maniema Union leading by a 1-0. A goal scored by the big forward Jafta Kitambala. Mokoena to Morena. Just took his eye off the ball there. Referee just blowing his whistle. They're telling him to get on with it. Lebusa on the way back to Ronwen Williams, who hasn't really had a lot to do. But as I said, he will not be happy with himself in terms of the very high standards he set for himself with the way he was beaten for that opening goal of the match.
Yeah, I've been beaten in an angle where you would, you know, bet that he'll always carve it. But maybe that toe poke as well came a little bit quicker than he was anticipating.
Yeah, I think he was caught out by that. Miguel Cardoso in your picture there, the Sundowns coach. Looks like there might be a change coming. Cardoso celebrating 1 month in charge of Mamelodi Sundowns today. Played 5 matches so far, has won 4, drawn none, and suffered his first loss in last weekend's match away to Rabat. In fact, 4 of his first 5 matches have been away from home. So a difficult start as the change happens here. Just your thoughts on the change made there, Teko Modise. Maniema also going to make a change. Also making a change here, Maniema. Bringing on Jonathan Kanu, who is an attacking player, likes to play wide on the right-hand side. He checks in for his 7th appearance, his 6th off the bench. And young Kutlwano Lethaku has come on from Kulise. And yeah, let's get your thoughts after this tactical Modise on what the thinking is with that change from Mamelodi Sundowns.
I think it's just a sacrifice for a ball-playing midfielder to add more numbers in terms of speed going forward. Lukaku has speed. Mashiro as well being introduced as well. It's just to have more impetus of the speed and maybe, take the game to a next level in terms of the energy levels. And I think that's what's required from Mamelodi, because yes, they do have the ball position. Yes, they do have rotation of the ball, but they need those penetrative passes. They need willing runners just beyond the defensive line. And maybe Lukaku as well, 1v1 is very good, might be added into that. Maybe Mashiro as well, with the energy on the left-hand side, might actually help in terms of adding numbers or maybe putting those balls in early into the box.
It was Mokoena looking to thread it through for Raiders, who I think might have gone a little early there. And let's see whether those changes. Well, it's all out attack now for Sundowns, as it has to be. They're chasing the game here and are really trying to avoid going into a very awkward final match day if they go down in this match. As the referee is given the throw in now to Maniema. Papi Kiboto, coach of AS Maniema. Probing down that right hand side now, Maniema. Sundowns, as I mentioned, who coming into the match against Raja had a run of 7 matches unbeaten, and now they're 25 minutes here from suffering back-to-back defeats. That last happened in the CAF Champions League last April when they lost to home and away to Esperance de Tunis. But there's still plenty time here to try and turn it around. Well, they've got some defending to do here because Maniema have won a corner here.
Yeah, they do have time, but they also need to play a little more quicker and engage those, players that are very good in 1v1 situation. Let's create fouls and win fouls high up the pitch. And we haven't seen much in terms of those players having one-in-one situations. Your Ribeiros up front now with the Lukaku being brought in. Maybe that might be the case that just try to force that Maniema defense.
Away by Ribeiro Costa. Maniema now. See possession still favoring Mamelodi Sundowns. For the attempts on goal, look at that. Only 2 on target for, well, 2 on target apiece, but for Maniema, one of them was in the back of the net.
I mean, football lately has proven so many times that if you can still win a game, without possession of the ball, just allowing your oppositioners to where do they have to carry the ball. And you can see with Maniema, having more numbers defensively, allowing Mamelodi Sundowns to have the ball just in front of them. And then once it comes to situations where it matters most, they do counter press and win the ball back.
Referee plays an advantage. Sundown retaining possession with Majiro. Terence Mashiro, only his second appearance in the CAF Champions League this season. Mokoena buys a free kick and gets it. Kanu came on as a sub. Is the man Jonathan Kanu, the man penalized. Well, a honeymoon period may be coming over there for Cardoso. Coming to an end. He started off very well, and it's been a busy start to his Sundowns career.
It has been, but also it hasn't been a free-scoring Mamelodi Sundowns that he found, and I think that's where now I think it becomes a disadvantage because we know Mamelodi Sundowns of being able to score goals freely, and they've been struggling with that.
Yeah, indeed. I mean, his wins have come by very narrow margins. Only once did they score more than one goal to win a match. Since Cardoso took over, that was a 2-0 win away to Richards Bay. But otherwise, it's been 1-0 wins. 1-0 at home to Raja in the Champions League. In his first match in charge, beat Stellies 1-0 away from home, and beat Stellenbosch FC, that is in the South African Premiership. And also a run of 3 matches, 3 wins in a row that they had. As you look at the goal again here, Mokoena keeping him company, but mindful there, I guess, of not fouling him. Once he got into the box, it's big problems.
It is a big problem. Once he gets inside the box, now your mind is all over the place now, and you can see the strength that he has. All of a sudden, big players like this, once they get inside the box, they fall so easily in the Champions. You can see the strength that he had, just pushing Mokoena, using his arm there just to have that enough space to be able to take that shot. And he squeezed it in where Ronan Williams was covering.
Certainly used the element of surprise there against Ronan Williams, because I don't think Williams, even if he expected a shot, I don't think he expected it to come from that right boot. Looking at the way he was striding at that point. 20 minutes remaining. Time is running out here. Still 20 minutes is a long time, but this time is running out for Mamelodi Sundowns here. Of course, a loss is not fatal, but it is going to make the last match day very difficult. Because then it's out of your hands. You are looking for favors from other teams. And even though they'll be home in that last match, it'll still be a difficult proposition. That match, final match day, will be against the group leaders, as I said. Albeit they'll be home, but they'll be home to the team that are unbeaten. In the group.
And who knows by then also if the team also, they will be needing points as well to qualify. So
indeed.
So Mamelodi Sundowns can't go to that game with permutation books open, seeing as to then what is it that they need to do for them to qualify. They need to get a point at least from this game.
A win for Maniema really throws the cat amongst the pigeons. And if Raja, or at least if Raja get a win against Rabat, it gets even more tricky, because a win for Raja takes them to 7. Let's take a look at what happens here. There was a half chance there. Difficult bounce though for Ribeiro.
Yeah, it's always, those bounces are always very, very difficult, and because of the pitch conditions. But you can see here, Efonge knowing that they're in the lead, that's Champions League for you. They will find time, they'll buy time, and because they're in the lead, they're in the driving seat. And I think for Mamelodi Sundowns to change those fortunes, they need to be able to equalize and get that equalize, and then the game now starts to speed up. Then the tempo gets to go up a little bit.
Sundowns don't have a particularly good record in the Champions League when conceding first. It's happened on 25 different occasions, and they've won only one of those matches when they've conceded first. They've drawn 4 and lost a total of 20. So this is not a situation that, it's a very uncomfortable situation for them, not one they like being in. Not the one that they're accustomed to either. Chasing a game, as this takes more minutes off the clock. But when you would think that a referee will add time for all these stoppages.
But also then I think there's a situations and moments for Mamelodi Sundowns for very, very important players to be able to learn and understand the nitty-gritties of playing in the Champions League.
We are at the start, the Mater, the Pentecost, the Stadium of the Martyrs. Sundowns are in need of heroes here. They need of someone to step up. Their big players need to step up now. Now, nice little pass there through to Mashiro with a cutback. Pick Kutlano, where Litlaku will pick it up. Little ball looks like it was Matthews. Offside. Offside flag on the near side by referee assistant Jibril Kamara. Referee is, I think, calling for a cooling break. Let's take a look at this.
Yeah, this is why he was brought on, to be able to give some sort of energy going forward, to bring those crosses in. But you can see even Mashiro there that, Maniema's defense were waiting for that cutback. And I think they need to have more numbers inside the box. You're expecting, especially the fresh ones, to be running inside the box. Just force those hard and low crosses to be inside the box. And I think those as well, sometimes they get into deflected and then get into the own back of the net. So they need to have more of those, with Mashiro being down the line on the left.
15 minutes to play after this. It's a much needed relief here for both sets of players. But I can tell you that the Sundowns travelling party have been complaining that the most difficult thing they've had to contend with out there has been the heat.
Yeah.
And I suppose that also speaks to why we don't see the energy that you were calling for.
Yeah, it becomes very, very difficult with such humidity. I mean, your heart wants to do something, but your body doesn't allow you to. So you become reactive all the time. But this is the goal. Look at the strength that he uses. I think even earlier on, when he started making that run inside his own half, he muscled off Kekana and then be able to get into that type of positions. But of course, now with a different scoreline, of course, you're expecting the tempo to go down a little bit. But for Mamelodi Sundowns, then to avoid running much bigger distances, then you need to get closer to each other, so that whenever you win the ball, the distances are closer, and then allow those free-flowing passes a little bit quicker. Because then also the defenders, I don't think Simete has done a tackle, and Ndombele and centre-backs haven't done much, and Mamelodi Sundowns need to do more in terms of that.
Ikram Reyners has been largely anonymous. Tashrik Matthews, since coming on as well, hasn't had a chance to run at the defense of Maniema. They haven't really been able to turn them around, and I think that's what, that's where Sundowns have really struggled, as Mashiro does well there to actually get the ball the last touch of the attacking player. It's Sundowns will have the throw in. There's a player down for Maniema here. It looks like it's Rodri Kitwa. Referee calls for the stretcher. Could also be the gamesmanship that you were talking about. Steal as many minutes as you can.
Telling you, when you are on the losing side, those type of moments are so frustrating, because you're not in control. There's nothing you can do. You can complain to the referee, but there's nothing you can do about it.
You can't get the game. You can't get it. Your rhythm is disrupted. It's a change now. Kitwa will go off. As you see there, and also our goal scorer Kitambala is to be replaced. His job has been done. He will be replaced by another attacking player. Lucien Donat Joel is the player that will come on. Jean-C Mpindi is a player who's also come on there as our goal scorer goes off. Will he be the match winner? Well, we are 5 we're just over 10 minutes away from finding that out. And a third change, a triple change. Christian Balako is another attacker. So it's still very positive changes now. Here comes Peter Shalulile as well for Mamelodi Sundowns. Man who has previously scored against Maniema. So see confirmation of the changes there. Peter Shalulile. It's all out attack now. Throwing everything, including the kitchen sink at Maniema now.
Yeah, you have to try and salvage the game, at least get a point if it's the worst results that you can get under these conditions. But also you want to see a little bit of some sort of, an eager to get it back into the game, no matter how difficult the conditions are. Somebody somewhere along the pitch needs to take that type of responsibility, and you're expecting those ones, especially with the skill, especially with the eye of a pass, to be able to make those type of movements on the pitch and just try and get Mamelodi Sundowns back into the game.
None of it. Goal kick, 10 minutes remaining. 10 minutes for Mamelodi Sundowns to try and save the situation here. And, well, at this point, it looks like they're chasing, look to try and rescue a point here. But as time is certainly running away for them to score 2 goals. Then to win the game. Maniema, 10 minutes away from their most famous win. Their first win in the group phase of the CAF Champions League. And that would be a win against the former champions. So that would be some achievement for them.
Yeah. And I'm sure with this type of results, they benefit more to Raja. That will be looking in this situation as to then they can still find themselves at second position.
Offside against Rangers. They've played that well as well. Defensively been very organized, as they were at Loftus.
Yeah.
Confirmation that they sacrificed Morena for Shalulile, and bringing on an attacker for a wing back. Peter Shalulile yet to score in this season's Champions League. He's got 4 goals in 17 appearances in domestic competition. Ribeiro Costa, the deflection just takes it wide. Oh, that's as close as Sundowns have come in this half, certainly, and maybe in the whole game. Here they go again. Shalulile makes an immediate impact. First touch, goal. Peter Shalulile. What a time to score. Cometh the hour, cometh the man. Who else do you look to? It's all square. Massive, massive goal for Peter Shalulile. His first in this season's Champions League, and what a time to get it,
what a time indeed. Such an important goal for Mamelodi Sundowns, to a man that is so deserving, to a man that we know of as a goal-scoring machine for Mamelodi Sundowns. He lips very well there with Maniema trying to play that offside trap. Look at him, he's still onside, the ball being played, the line has been broken. Nice lip there, and be able just to put it in there. Such a beautiful goal, and a goal that Mamelodi Sundowns has been looking for the whole game. And this might be the goal that actually propels them to become, maybe to even qualify to the knockout stages.
Could save theirs.
Yes.
The competition this season.
Yeah.
Could absolutely save them. Yeah. Can they go on and finish it off? A man for the big occasion. Peter Shalulile notches up yet another goal for Mamelodi Sundowns. Now, Rondon Williams, great improvisation there. Good awareness. As you see the live table there, Sundowns would retain their spot in second. Can they go now and just wrap it up and actually complete the turnaround?
Yeah.
You would not put it past them. Collected comfortably by Ronald Williams, who, as I said, conceded the goal, but hasn't really had a lot to do. Shalulile, his awareness here, though, of where he is.
Yeah, clever there from Shalulile, being able to just to position himself in the right way, knowing that the line was being broken, but also a very good pass there from Mokoena, perfectly height. Be able to make it easier for Shalulile as well to be able to put it in, but also behind Shalulile as well, Koza also was there. So those are two substitutions with a little bit of energy. They're trying to get into that score sheet.
Malibonga Koza that you mentioned has already scored in the CAF Champions League in the preliminary rounds. He'll be bitterly disappointed because his side had been so solid defensively up to that point.
Yeah. And we did speak about if the goal now being scored now, you'll see now the tempo a little bit just rise. You can see that Maniema now trying to get more into that attacking position, play the ball a little bit quicker. So Mamelodi Sundowns defensively, they need to be very smart as well. As much as they want to try and get that second goal and get the winner altogether, but, don't be emotionally intelligent to be able to not to lose the game.
That goal, by the way, for Peter Shalulile, as is called offside, is his 15th in the CAF Champions League for Mamelodi Sundowns. It's in his 44 matches in the CAF Champions League, 15 goals at a some strike rate.
Yeah, it is. And we know that also with this season as well, how much he's been struggling to be in that first lineup because of Reynolds as well has been banging in those type of goals, and it becomes very difficult to make those type of changes. But it is a very important goal for him.
Yeah, only his 7th appearance in this season's CAF Champions League, and it's his 5th off the bench. So he's only started twice in the CAF Champions League. Domestically, only 17 appearances. So, he's no longer a regular in the starting lineup, but he remains Mr. Dependable as ever. Mokoena, who set up the goal. Looking to thread it through there for Reynolds. I think it was rather Matthews. Free kick, Mokoena with a foul. Credit Mamelodi Sundowns, they've kept their discipline very well this time around. This, just the one caution that went to Marcelo Allende, but for the most part they've really been kept it tight, and they've been sensible about challenges that they go into and that sort of thing.
I mean, it was very disappointing to see Mamelodi Sundowns losing their heads in the previous game, because Mamelodi Sundowns normally they'll try and keep the discipline, the win and lose with integrity. And that was very disappointing to see. But in this game, they came with emotional maturity, very sober-minded, knowing as well the magnitude of this game, but still keeping the discipline as well. That's how Mamelodi Sundowns should be playing.
Well, a measure of that rather unwanted record for Mamelodi Sundowns, how poor they've been defensive from a discipline point of view. There've been 4 red cards in this season's group phases. All 4 have come in matches involving Sundowns. 3 of them have gone to Sundowns players. As last week, of course, there were 3 red cards in the game. 1 for Raja and 2 for Mamelodi Sundowns. Here's another change coming in for home side. Rashidi Mosinga, another attacker, is going to come on for his 8th appearance, yet to score in this season's Champions League. Is going to replace defensive midfielder then Bakasu. They want the win. They want the win. They know this is their best chance to secure a win, and they could be very nearly there, pouncing, and the players are begging for a penalty, but I think it's a spot-on call from the referee.
It is a spot-on call from the referee, from the man just being introduced, and really nearly got something out of out of that. But also it forces the Mamelodi Sundowns, because of now all the right full backs now being out. Now Matthews now being the one that's slot into that position, and it's very dangerous as an attacker to be able to defend that deep.
I'll try to play that one low and hard, but too close to Ronwen Williams. We are into the last minute of regulation, and could be danger here. Still not gone here. They've got numbers in this attack. Could be a chance to win it at a death here. What a save, Ronwen Williams. Acknowledges that it was his mistake that very nearly led to the chance, or to what would have been a goal. But
yeah, I think he does acknowledge the fact that he tried to play the ball a little bit quicker, and it was dispossessed, and then the team was open. But what a save that is pulled on. Very, very good trick inside the box. Very dangerous as well to be able to defend. Once the man is inside the box, it becomes such a hustle to be able to defend. But good covering there from Ronwen.
Tricky feet there from the man who's just come on, and immediately really buzzing Musinga. He did well. I think he was also trying to draw a challenge.
Yeah.
By not taking the first time shot, but when he eventually did attempt something, Ronwen Williams equal to it. We did say Sundowns big men are going to have to stand up.
Yeah.
Peter Shalulile, with almost his first touch, if not his first touch of the game, gets the equalizer, and then Ronwen Williams pulls this off. Probably that saves them a point there.
Yeah.
Risk saves a point for Sundowns.
And being a goalkeeper that hasn't been tested much into this game, to be able to still have full concentration, be able to come out and make the type of a save, that might be the save of the game. And as well, because of now with Mamelodi Sundowns putting on all those attackers now, because they were chasing the game now, it's very difficult now to restructure it defensively, because most of the defenders are out of the game. So you have a lot of attacking players in defensive positions, so they will get caught up. So they need to actually try and delay with the position of the ball.
By the way, that goal for Peter Shalulile takes him to within one of Themba Zwane as Sundowns' all-time leading goal scorer in the CAF Champions League. Themba Zwane on 17, Shalulile now on 16. Oh, Mashiro very nearly caught in possession. No, he didn't get the call to say there's a man on there. Tense times now as well. 4 minutes remaining. Not the best pass either from Ronwen Williams.
Not the best pass either.
So just a couple of careless moments or nervy moments there from Ronwen Williams, but he more than remedied one of those situations with a brilliant save. Maniema. This will feel like a loss to them, given the way they had defended so well up to that point. But it'll still, if it ends this way, it'll keep their tidy home record intact. Now, a bit isolated there. Lays it back. That's disappointing.
But also, you from a tactical point of view, you ask yourself as to then, Maniema came into the second half with that momentum as well. They had lots of corner kick within the first 20-15 minutes of the second half. You'd expect them to still continue piling that pressure, but yet again, they started delaying tactics. They started slowing down the game, and then you turn to ask yourself then, if maybe they attacked more, maybe they would have got the second goal. Yeah. Because then Mamelodi Sundowns wasn't threatening at all, because also they were defending very well. And those are things that you think in hindsight now, and you can see, because now they're the ones who are desperate now to get onto the score sheet. October 2021, so
just over 4 years ago that it was that Peter Shalulile scored against Maniema in a 2-0 win in Pretoria to set Sundowns up with a home win, and then they went away and drew 2-all to knock Maniema out. Yeah, there was an elbow there from Christian Balaku. He gets a yellow. Is it not enough maybe to the ref to think violent conduct?
Yeah, because those ones, whenever there's a hand on the face of an opponent, it's always a bookable offense.
Yeah. I suppose he decides not intended. But still, as you say, if you start putting hands in people's faces or arms, in this case, it will be a bookable offense.
We've seen those in the previous AFCON as to how many bookings were out because of those. Even players trying to, stretch their arms whenever they're going for a header. There's always bookable offenses.
Just about to get into the very last minute of the game. Can Sundowns snatch it at the death here? Shot! Oh no! Oh wow! Oh wow! He will celebrate it, but it'll go down as an own goal. But it's his pressure. It's his pressure that leads to the goal. Allende with the ball over the top. As I was saying, can they snatch it at the death? They've gone and done just that. Who else? Maybe he can claim that as an assist.
to like earlier, even the first goal that he scored, we spoke about to a man that is so deserving of being on the score sheet, breaking the line again. Yes, that first touch, lets him down, but yet it forced the defensive pairing of Maniema to make that mistake, which is something that we haven't seen much into this game. But he's the man that helps Mamelodi Sundowns to stretch that defensive line. Yeah, it is that old goal, and it's a goal that they needed. He's the man that came in as a substitute, bringing maximum points.